at the Dunes Golf and Beach Club, as now officially round 2 has come to an end, and it really did so in pretty dramatic fashion.
Yeah, the cut line came pretty dramatically. If you're watching some of our favorite players there that were right there teetering at 1 and 2 under par was the line today after.
And we felt the energy shift too. Like, you knew something happened. You could hear it and you can feel it.
Yeah, it was riding at, so the leader was at -11. For those that don't know, if you have to be within 10 strokes of the leader. So all the guys at -1 were sweating it out. And then we had a new leader jump to -12 on the 18th hole. So all those guys are at -1. Now they're not in. -2 was the cut line. But that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, and then you actually did just get a look at the cut list. So do you kind of want to run through that?
Yeah, I have I've kind of been doing like a list of players to watch, people from South Carolina that we want to look at, and then even just guys who have won on the PGA Tour before. So I have that whole list for us, and some of those few guys from South Carolina I want to mention first. William McGirt, he is in. He made that cut line. Tommy Rainey and Richie Rowinski are out now. They were both South Carolina-born natives. They are not in. Justin Sue, one of the PGA Tour guys I said to watch, he made it. Bridgman made it. Carson Young made it. Matt Smith, all from South Carolina. Eric Van Rooyen is one of the international guys I said to keep our eye on.
Yeah.
So he made the cut. A big one that did not make the cut, Kevin Kistner, was maybe one of the bigger names.
It's one of the bigger surprises.
One of the bigger names, and also from South Carolina. So that was like our 1-2 punch. He did not make it. He wasn't even close. And then Wesley Bryan and George Bryan, those two YouTube stars we've all been talking about. Wesley Bryan, obviously a PGA Tour pro himself. The brother more so, has the YouTube thing to back on. So George wasn't as close, but Wesley was right there at that -1. Didn't make it at the last second there on the 18th hole.
So close, right?
So I think a lot of people were hoping that the Bryan brothers would make it.
Yeah, I know Tegan was rooting for them too. She was rooting hard.
We've interviewed them a couple times.
They've been great.
Yeah, and they're so relaxed. And even when I did the starting, that some of the guys, just hi, nice
you
to
can
meet
tell
you.
that they're in the
zone.
Nice,
but they're just like,
focused.
oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That just stinks.
Yeah.
But Trace Crow, another one from South Carolina that we've all been watching.
Did Blades Brown make it?
Yes, he's coming up.
All right. I'm just getting too eager. I'm thinking of all the ones that I'm really rooting for. So
Blades Brown's our amateur in the tournament, and he actually, I've learned today, already has qualified for the amateur U.S. Open.
16 years old.
So he doesn't have to qualify like the rest of the PGA Tour because he's an amateur.
Right.
So this was kind of like a win-win for him. Even if you played bad, you still have that.
Right.
But he's playing well.
He's playing
made his first PGA Tour cut in his first PGA Tour appearance.
Not bad.
That is not something everyone can say, let alone
certainly a good way to start.
At the age of 16 is incredible. Our day one leader, Robert McIntyre, obviously he didn't fall that bad. That would have had to be a terrible
He's kept
day.
It consistent.
Ryan Fox is in. Alejandro Tosti is a guy I mentioned a couple times yesterday. Morgan Deneen, though, our local Dunes connection. He was an assistant at the Dunes Club from Myrtle Beach. He did not make it. Bill Haas and Martin are both from South Carolina. Didn't make it. I'll skip a couple of these because there's so many. Hostler is obviously in. He was our other guy that was tied for first.
Right, yeah.
There's Blades Brown, our amateur we were watching. Matt Atkins is a big one from the Q, the winner of the Q.
Yeah.
He made the cut actually at 4 under, so that's incredible.
Yeah, wasn't he also the first to qualify in the Q as far as when we were
he was like one of the first
put
people
together,
we knew,
right? Yeah, he was one of the very first.
So that was awesome. And then Brent Snedeker did not make the cut, and he was up there with Kistner as like the two biggest maybe names that people know.
Yeah.
So he didn't make it either. But
it just goes to show you anything can happen. Like, that's the beauty of the game, the beauty of competition.
And the wild thing really is those 17 guys that were sitting there at -1.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish we had like a live camera in the clubhouse to watch that. They probably would
They're
never
probably
allow that.
pretty happy that does not exist. Yeah, but I can only imagine, especially if their day ended a little bit earlier and they were just waiting. So even if you're only in there for a couple hours, I bet it felt like a couple days waiting to see what would happen.
But yeah, so on the other end, festivities continue into Saturday.
That's right, yeah.
So after cut day Saturday is known as moving day because you want to move up and down that leaderboard. Now that it's been cut in half, let's see who can move up to the top.
Let's get that action rolling,
and I think a lot of fans are going to come out Saturday. We've heard the most so far, maybe even double what we've seen earlier in the week.
Oh yeah, and the weather's going to cooperate, so we're kind of in for possibly some interesting events later on tonight, as Jamie's been watching some of those storms heading our way right now. But
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of the weekend is supposed to be gorgeous.
Yeah,
So I
can't
cannot wait for that. Also, just a reminder, if you are planning to come out for all of the action tomorrow, gates open at 6:30 as the third round gets started. It's also Family Day, so that's going on all day long. So definitely go and check out the fan zone. I was over there today. There's so much to do. You can also watch on the big screen all the action too, and watch some of your favorite players as well. Plenty of concessions out there. I was having a blast over at the Ripley's Aquarium area. They've got cornhole, they got plinko, they have a little mini golf area, and they also let me know that there will be a real live mermaid making an appearance tomorrow afternoon there.
That's cool.
So if the kids have never seen a real live mermaid, that's going to be the place to be to definitely.
Hopefully there's a pond nearby.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. She might make a deal with some of the gators over there in Alligator Alley just to make sure that it's okay.
Yeah.
Only for a limited time, right? They will be able to share. And then tomorrow night as well will be the second of two concerts. We had the other one last night, and then Thompson Square going to be hitting the stage tomorrow, right around 6. So when play is over, really. So tentatively they say.
And hopefully
they say
should go
6.
a little quicker too, since we've lost a lot of guys.
Yeah, and that will be out on the ocean lawn. So much to look forward to.
Yeah.
I know I cannot wait. I'll be back out here again. But for now, that'll do it here from the Dunes Club. We'll see you again.